Hello to all CENIMASTER lovers. Hope you enjoy watching. Let's get started. The story of this series begins with a smuggler, and we see him smuggling 3 people into America. Suddenly, he pulls out a weapon and starts threatening them, saying, "Give me the money you have with you or I will kill you." The smuggler sees a soldier from afar and assumes he is from the border guards. The soldier approaches quickly, attacks the smuggler, and starts eating his flesh. We learn that the soldier is a zombie mutant. The story then shifts back 2 days earlier to an American military base. We learn that a doctor was brought in to invent a substance that would make soldiers stronger and enhance their abilities to defend their country. The doctor conducts experiments on pigs. During this time, Officer Murdoch enters and tells the doctor that the president will visit the next day and expects to be impressed by the invention. Murdoch urges the doctor to work faster, criticizing his lack of progress. The narrative then transitions to Lomas Prison in Mexico, where we meet Alonzo, the most dangerous prisoner in the country. The other prisoners plan to celebrate his birthday one last time before his extradition to the United States. Alonzo is well liked by the prisoners, but during the celebration, he notices a policeman he has never seen before. Alonzo becomes suspicious and tells the prison warden, his cousin Contour, that he believes the policeman was sent by the Apostles gang to kill him. Contour dismisses the idea, but Alonzo remains doubtful and begins to suspect that Contour may betray him and collaborate with the gang. We are introduced to journalist Lilia, who reports on Alonzo's life. She describes him as the most dangerous drug dealer, arrested 4 years ago while dining at a restaurant. Despite being in prison, it is rumored that Alonzo continues his drug trafficking operations. Alonzo is private about his personal life, but we learn that his wife died of a rare disease, leaving him with one child whose existence is a secret. The government placed Alonzo in Lomas Prison because it is considered inescapable. Meanwhile, Officer Pissarro prepares his soldiers for the operation to transfer Alonzo, warning them to remain vigilant as Alonzo has escaped police custody multiple times. At the military base, President Laplace arrives and is greeted by Omar Duch, who takes her to the lab. The doctor explains the treatment he has developed, which is derived from ants. He claims it prevents pain and enhances soldiers' combat abilities. To demonstrate, the doctor injects the treatment into a pig, but the pig dies. The president becomes furious, reprimands Murdoch, and gives him 1 week to fix the issue. After she leaves, the doctor tries the treatment on another pig, which also dies. Murdoch angrily warns the doctor that if he doesn't find a solution within the week, both of their lives will be at risk. Murdoch orders his assistant, Valencia, to secretly dispose of the dead pigs in the desert. Valencia takes the pigs far away, but as she unloads them, she notices one pig is still alive and lets it go. Back at the prison, journalist Lilia devises a plan to infiltrate the facility. Pretending to visit, she hides a toy gun in another visitor's bag and alerts the police, causing a distraction. Using the chaos, she sneaks in, steals a visitor's ID card, and begins filming. She receives a message from the Apostles gang to initiate their plan. The warden sends a message to the new policeman to kill Alonzo. The surveillance cameras are turned off, and the policeman enters Alonzo's cell, shooting at the bed. However, when he removes the covers, he finds the bed empty. Alonzo, having suspected the policeman from the start, emerges from the bathroom, kills him, and places the body in the bed before escaping through a secret tunnel beneath the bathroom. At the same time, Officer Pissarro and his soldiers arrive at Lomas Prison to transfer Alonzo. They find the dead policeman in the cell. Meanwhile, the pigs discarded in the forest revive as savage zombies, attacking and eating a wolf. Officer Pissarro inspects the bathroom in Alonzo's cell and discovers the secret tunnel. He tells the prison warden that only he and his team will pursue Alonzo, as he is now their responsibility. The warden leaves the cell, furious. Then he saw Lilia coming to take a picture, so he took the camera from her and had the guards take her out of the prison. Alonzo remained with the gang. His money helped him escape, and he saw his son Lucas, but Lucas was upset with Alonzo. He refused to greet him and told him that he had abandoned him. Alonzo disregarded him, and they planted a bomb in the place and all got out of it. When the officer entered to lead his team to the tunnel, they reached the location. One of them accidentally pressed the bomb, and it exploded on him, but luckily no one else was harmed. At that moment, the doctor returned, took another pig, and injected it with the same medicine. The pig died again as usual. After some time, the pig woke up, got out of the cage, attacked another pig, and ate it. When the doctor saw the condition of the pig, he thought of adjusting the treatment so that when injected into soldiers, they would not become savage to the point of eating humans. Murdoch asked him to tell Valencia to return the pigs she had taken to the desert because if they woke up, they might cause problems in the world. At the same time, the pigs managed to enter the tunnel and attacked Officer Pissarro and his team. They bit them, turning them into zombies. The zombies got out of the tunnel, started running in the desert, and began searching for Alonso. Alonso managed to escape the tunnel and reached his old friend Davila, the owner of a drug rehabilitation center. Davila had prepared a house for Alonso to stay in, but Lucas was upset and told Alonso he didn't want to stay in this unfamiliar place. He wanted to return to his school and see his friends. At that moment, Lilia revealed the news of Alonso's escape. She told Alonso that he had previously said no one listened to him or understood his truth, and that she would give him a chance to talk about mood so all of Mexico could hear him. Meanwhile, the doctor and Valencia went to the place where he had left the pigs. They saw a pig coming toward them, and Valencia, thinking it was infected with rabies, put on her gloves and approached it. The pig attacked her, but she managed to control it at the last moment. She jumped with the pig to the doctor and put it in a bag. The press gathered near Lomas prison, including Lilia. The director brought out the foreign minister to address the press, saying they would not rest until Alonso and those who helped him escape were arrested. Lilia questioned him, suggesting there were rumors that prison guards had helped Alonso. The minister responded that if they discovered anyone inside the prison had assisted him, they would be severely punished. The prison director was watching the news when he received a call from the messengers gang. They told him they had paid him to kill Alonso, but he hadn't carried out the mission. They gave him 48 hours to resolve the issue or warned they would eliminate him. Meanwhile, Alonso told his friend Sarah that he suspected his cousin Counter had collaborated with the messengers gang in a plan to kill him. Alonso feared they might target there because they always had a backup plan. He said they needed to be prepared for anything. Detective Buffett was introduced, and he went to the prison to meet a prisoner named Romeo, an old friend of Alonso's. Buffett asked Romeo to help him capture Alonso in exchange for releasing him from prison. Romeo agreed. As for Lilia, she packed her belongings and was about to leave the city when Counter's men followed her. They told her that Counter wanted to see her. She went with them and met Counter, who offered her $2 million in exchange for helping him capture Alonso. Lilia refused, saying she would rather die than make a deal with him. Counter began threatening her, saying that if she didn't agree, he would have her arrested and kept in prison. He added that it would take 6 months for lawyers to release her, and her reputation would be ruined. Lilia was forced to agree. She left the prison and drove away, but on the way, she noticed a car following her. She went to a pool, entered the women's bathroom, and hid there. Meanwhile, Valencia returned with the pig they had brought back from the desert. It was locked in a cage. A soldier named Thompson put his finger in the cage to play with the pig, but the pig suddenly bit his finger. The doctor quickly restrained the pig because it had become wild. The doctor took advantage of the situation and began conducting experiments on it. Later, Alonso was watching the news and saw what Lilia had said. He asked Lucas, "Do you think she is telling the truth?" Lucas replied, "Yes." Alonso then called her and said, "I have never met an honest journalist in my life, but I felt you were different. That is why I will give you a chance. We will meet face to face." Alonso then gave Lucas a gift, a small plane, and told him to fly it without crossing the fence. Lucas was happy with the gift and went to try it out. He started flying it, but the plane went far, and Lucas went into the desert to find it. Meanwhile, a smuggler was transporting 2 men and a pregnant woman into America. Suddenly, he pulled out a weapon and demanded money, threatening to kill them. At that moment, the smuggler saw a soldier who had turned into a zombie. Mistaking the zombie for a border guard, the smuggler began shooting at him, but the zombie attacked the smuggler. The people with the smuggler ran away, but the soldier bit the smuggler. Elsewhere, one of Alonso's men, named Bludos, who was a traitor collaborating with the Apostles' gang, wrote them a letter and sent it with a pigeon. Before the pigeon could fly away, Alonso shot it. Bludos then started shooting at Alonso, injuring him slightly before running away. Alonso chased after him. Hearing gunfire, Piero went looking for Lucas, as Alonso had assigned him to watch over Lucas. Alonso returned to his men and ordered them to find and kill Bludos, offering a reward. Bludos reached a tunnel, but was killed by zombies inside. In the desert, Lucas encountered the smuggler, now turned into a zombie. Realizing something was wrong, Lucas ran away, with the smuggler chasing him. Just as the smuggler was about to catch Lucas, Piero arrived and saved him. However, the smuggler regained his senses and attacked Piero. Despite resisting, Piero was bitten. Before turning into a zombie, Piero told Lucas to run and revealed the truth about the situation. Alonso was searching for Lucas in the desert when Lucas found him and led him to where Piero was. Upon seeing Piero, Lucas insisted they couldn't leave him there, fearing wolves would eat him. Alonso got angry, but Lucas begged to at least close Piero's eyes. Alonso agreed, but when Lucas approached, Piero woke up and attacked him. Alonso immediately killed Piero with a weapon. Alonso suspected Piero of being a traitor working with the Apostles' gang, but Lucas defended him, explaining that Piero had saved his life. Alonso remained unconvinced. Meanwhile, Buff took Romeo with him to a rehabilitation center, but realized it was too far to reach by car, so he decided to use a helicopter. Lilia, disguised as a nun, traveled to America to meet Alonso. At the airport, Counter followed her and harassed her. Lilia reported him to the guards, who removed him from the airport. The doctor, experimenting on Thompson, noted that his obedience to orders was improving and that he might become the ideal soldier. However, when Thompson failed to follow an order, the doctor used electric shocks to make him comply. The doctor gave Thompson a small ball to tear apart, which he did, but then Thompson attacked Murdoch. Valencia aimed her weapon at Thompson, angering the doctor, as Thompson was his only human specimen. Lilia arrived in Texas, where Davila received her and took her to the rehabilitation center to meet Alonso. However, one of Counter's men was watching them. Davila noticed this, got Lilia out of the car, and told her to hide, pretending she was dead. Davila then drove away. Counter's man followed and rammed Davila's car, causing it to flip over. When the man confronted Davila, Lilia revealed that he worked for Counter. Davila then killed him. At night, Lucas saw a person approaching the house. He took his father's weapon and went out with the intent to kill him. When he heard his strange voice, he quickly went back inside. We know this person is Barrow. When Barrow remembered his days with Lucas, he attempted to kill himself in a state of despair. At that time, Sarah and Flack were in the middle of the desert in their car. Suddenly, they saw something strange. He was quickly kidnapped. They didn't know what it was. They began to doubt if what Lucas was saying was true, or if there were actually monsters in the desert. After that, Murdoch sent Valencia to the desert to search for immigrants and bring them back so the doctor could conduct experiments on them. She arrived in the desert and took 2 soldiers with her. She saw 3 people traveling illegally. When she and the soldiers got out to arrest them, the travelers fled immediately. They returned to the car to pursue them, but the car collided with a zombie, and the soldiers got out to see what had happened. The zombies attacked them and killed them. Valencia got out and tried to shoot them, but when she saw the zombie eating the soldier, she quickly got back into the car. At the same time, Davila's car broke down in the middle of the road. He and Lilia got out and were forced to continue on foot, but in the middle of the road, a man stopped them and said, "I'll take you in my car." They got in with him. After that, the doctor examined Thompson's body and was shocked when he saw that he had 2 hearts because of the pig bite he had suffered. The next day, he and Flack were on the same road. Suddenly, Barrow attacked Flack and killed him. Sarah tried to help him but failed. Barrow even attacked Sarah, but a car aimed a weapon at him and blew off part of his head. He was tied up and taken in the car. He went home, and Alonso told him to tie this traitor to the stable. Then Lucas came and told Alonso that Barrow wasn't a traitor, he was just bitten by a monster. At that time, Baft managed to take a helicopter to go to Alonso's location as soon as possible. Then Valencia went to Murdoch and the doctor and told them everything she saw, saying that the men who attacked them were in the same condition as Thompson. The doctor realized the disaster he had caused and ordered Murdoch, saying, "We must eliminate this contamination before it spreads throughout the world." He ordered Valencia to prepare the soldiers to leave quickly. The doctor told him, "I'm about to make a discovery. I want you to ask Valencia and the team to bring me human samples. If you don't do what I ask, I'll expose your plan." So Murdoch agreed to the doctor's request. And now we return to Lucas. He went to Biro and told him that they think he's a traitor and want to kill him. He must prove he's not a traitor and that he's trapped inside this monster. At that moment, Biro began to approach Lucas and tried to attack him, but Lucas escaped. Then he went to his father and told him that Barrow is not an animal and shouldn't be tied up this way. He's a human being and needs help. Alonso told him that they don't know what happened, so they can't help him. All they can do is kill him to end his suffering. Lucas told him, "Is that why, when my mother was sick and suffering, killing her was the easiest way to end her suffering?" Davila and Lilia approached the place where Alonso was hiding, and then Flaccus, the man driving the car, attacked them. Lilia started driving fast and suddenly the car hit a rock. Davila got out of the car, and Flaccus quickly went to Lilia, took the gun, and started shooting Flaccus, killing him. Then Alonso came and took them to the house, and Davila was treating the injury on Alonso's body. Lilia asked them, "Who is this man who attacked us? And if he's one of your people, how did he become a cannibal?" Alonso told them that this was the plan of the Apostles' gang. After that, Lucas came drawing Barrow's face and saw them to Lily. He told them this is like rabies, transmitted through a bite. Then Valencia and Murdoch saw the monsters, and the doctor came with them. When they went down, they saw the soldier who had come with Valencia the previous night. The doctor said that he wasn't bitten by a zombie, he was killed by gunfire. Murdoch became angry at Valencia, and she told him that they were attacked. She fell to the ground and started shooting randomly. Murdoch told her that legally she would be held accountable for her actions. At that time, Lucas took out the device that he and Barrow used to play with, and they went to it, setting the device to a mode to remember and play together like before. But Barrow took the device, broke it, removed his handcuffs, and tried to attack Lucas. But Lucas pulled out a gun at the last moment and killed him. Then Alonso heard the sound of the gun and quickly went out to check on his son. Suddenly, they saw the helicopter coming toward them, so they entered the house quickly. Baft was happy because he had finally found Alonso's location. One of the zombies saw the plane, picked up a rock, and threw it at the plane, causing it to lose balance and crash to the ground inside the rehabilitation center. After that, all the zombies gathered near the house and started screaming. Alonso and the others heard their voices and immediately prepared their weapons. Alonso's gang went outside to fight them. Meanwhile, Buffett and Romeo woke up and got out of the plane. The zombies attacked them, but they couldn't kill them. At that moment, Mai entered the house and went to Lucas's room. Fallon was hiding among the toys. When he turned around, he took out the weapon and started shooting, but nothing happened to her. She attacked him and strangled him. Lucas tried to save him and started shooting at her. At that moment, a zombie entered from the balcony. Lucas quickly got out of the room and closed the door, and the zombie broke the door, began to lick Lux, and when Lilia saw him, she hit him with the weapon and pounced. Alonso came and took them out with him calmly, and suddenly a zombie attacked them and tried to bite Alonso, but at the last moment, Lilia hit him with the weapon and killed him. After that, Romeo and Buzzard entered the house, and Romeo approached the room where Alonso was. When Lucas entered, he ran to him and hugged him. It was revealed that Romeo is Lucas's uncle. At that moment, Buzzard entered and pointed the weapon at them. Suddenly, a zombie came to Buzzard from behind, and Valencia killed it immediately. After that, Lilia was imagining everything without anyone noticing her, and she told them to postpone their problems for now and find a solution to escape from the monsters. Suddenly, Murdoch's car and the soldiers entered the place and surrounded it. The soldier who was with their team was surprised, but he was a zombie, and Valencia and the soldiers started shooting at him. Murdoch ordered them to stop firing, but they did not listen to him. At this time, Davila came, staring at his feet. Fallon said to him, "Come with us until we get out of here." He replied, "I cannot walk. You go, and I will stay here. If the police find me, I will kill myself before they take me." Said to him, "If you stay here, we will all stay with you." He responded, "I have to confess to you. I wanted to become the leader instead of you all these years, but you did not give me the chance. When you went to prison, I thought that I would take my chance and become the leader, but this did not happen, and you remained the leader. Even when I was in prison, I was cooperating with the Apostles' gang to harm you, and they visited me from the beginning to kill you, but I did not do it, although the opportunity was there. If I killed you in the middle of this chaos, no one would suspect me." Alonso said to him, "Now you have two choices. Either I leave you here or I kill you." He replied, "Kill me." But Alonso decided to let him live. Alonso took them and decided to escape through the back door. "There," he said, "you stay here and then we will confront each other." Then, the zombies came down from the building and surrendered themselves to the police. They kept chanting Alonso's name, so the police threw smoke bombs at them. They escaped, and the doctor got upset because he wanted to capture them and conduct experiments on them. At that moment, Alonso and the rest arrived at the tunnel, and they all entered. When Alonso went down to the tunnel, one of the zombies came and bit Alonso's hand, but Alonso hit him with the weapon, went down to the tunnel, and closed the door. He then thanked Lilia because she saved his son, and they continued on their way until they got out of the tunnel and returned to Mexico. However, in the middle of the tunnel, there was a pig that had turned into a zombie. They noticed it and decided to continue on their way, even if the pig was there. They killed it, determined to escape on their own and not return to prison again. And here is the end of the series. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification button so you never miss an update.